project, I decided to do my project over pet aggression. And by pet aggression, I mean the amount of times a pet has been, well, petted until it acts aggressively. This is usually seen in cats, and in common cases, feral cats. My current baby that I have, his name is Dimitri, was a feral cat for up to a year before I adopted him. I find that he does indeed bite me when he gets a little too overstimulated with being petted. So I decided to do this project. For my model, I decided to use the Q learning model. The reason why is because it allows an agent to learn an optimal action to take in a given state by assigning Q values to each possible action, which allows you to understand the rewards and the expected rewards in taking that action. Now, the reason I wanted to use the Q learning model was because essentially I was trying to learn why or when or how my cat was going to react to being petted for too long. I had noticed that he does bite, and I wanted to figure out, is there a certain time limit that hits that he's like, I'm done with this? If there's a certain thing that changes that makes him done with it, or even if there's a certain way I'm petting him, if there was a way for me to learn and kind of prevent him from biting me. Now, let's get into some of the code here. So this was my first attempt, and actually no, this was like my 7th attempt. I had messed around with the code quite a bit myself before getting to this point, and then I had to consult the various websites of everything to make it better. So when I did this first attempt, what I got was this graph. So, not the best. It is not the worst. It is showing you exactly what I want to show you. So here we have the count. So this is the number of times that the animal has either left or bit. These are the seconds that have gone by before that action has happened. And you can obviously see what's happening. I just didn't particularly like this, and I wanted to get an actual animation. So in the process of doing that, in a way that I wanted to make for sure that my code was good, I did get this outcome. So I did make sure it outputed that's not the right word. It gave me the data that it had to use. And this is correct data. You wanted to make for sure your data is correct in your model, because that is one way that your model could be messing up in. So that is correct. Now this is the updated model to my finished one, but I wanted to go ahead and show that as well. So in my second one, I was able to get it to emulate exactly what I wanted to and to have a correct animation. But I just happen to not be too fond of the colors. So we have right here, it's blue and it's red. Same thing, it's moving. We're actually seeing the change happen over time. But I just didn't really enjoy these colors as much. So I changed it here to be purple and green because those are my favorite colors. Now to talk about my code a little bit, so up here of course we have our Tidyverse, our ggAnimate, and our Gifsky. These so this one is our collection of R packages. Here we have our animation, and this is what allows it to actually become like a moving animation that spits out. Here we have all of my timestamps, all of my data. Here is our data frame, and then shortly after we're going to have how our plot happens. So we have our time, our X is time, our Y is count, and our color is the actions. So of course we have to actually show you the amount of times a bite or leave has happened, the time it took for a bite or leave to happen. And as you can see, bites obviously happened more often, but there was a certain point here that was a nice little surprise where he took a good 12 minutes to decide he wanted to leave and decided to stick around for that. And he actually left. He didn't just bite his way out. So as we keep going, we have our way to save the static plot. Down here we have our animation and then our rendering the animation. And then this is how the animation actually saves to where I can show you it right here as a moving thing. So, the reason why, so this is my finished project. I am quite pleased. Now, I don't think I did like a perfect job because I definitely think I didn't quite get the research I want. I think I'd have to really narrow down how I wanted to do the research next time to really understand what was going on. And I am glad that I did this because I did, when doing the research, finding the backup research to support this particular project, one of the backup researches, I find that one, it was very difficult to do backup research because although this is something that's talked about, a lot of people, I guess, have a very negative opinion towards it, usually resulting in them not wanting to own cats or put down cats or take cats back to shelters. But the research I found actually used the ability to learn about this to get feral cats more adjusted to humans and rehome them. So I'm hoping to get my little feral kitty more adjusted to me. This definitely was good research in that way. I think that the Q learning. Oh, and my question is, why did I use Q learning model for what I am emulating? Yeah. So all around, this is my project. It's not perfect, but I hope you guys liked it, and I hope it was good. Have a good day.